Okay, so just for the purpose of the recording, again, I'm gonna go over GU really quick. I know I already said it like 4 times, but okay, so again, selling GU, and I'm doing so based off this trend line. I meant to catch up here, but I didn't, I was sleeping. So unfortunately I didn't get the best entry possible. That's what I was saying, to use a lower lot size, because I am expecting a little bit of drawdown potentially on this zone right here. So I'm going from there. And then if you guys want, you can take partials or your first TP at 1.30100. So this zone here. Again, that zone's pretty likely to happen. Now after that, my next take profit zone would probably be down here. Let's say on the higher point, like 29800. So from our current position, that'd be about 50 pips. First position would be about 30, and then second one would be about 50 to 60. Let's go ahead and actually run our stop loss. Let's go 30900. And you guys don't get scared by the spread right now. If you guys want, you don't have to run a stop loss until the market has calmed down, so about an hour. Since it's 2:10 Pacific Standard Time right now, about 3:10 it usually calms down, 3 o'clock. And then again, if you guys don't want to hold the trade for a long time, you can take profit at 30100. Next spot be 29s. Let's go 745, 750. 71 spread. Yeah, it's only 7 pips. My final TP on this, just so you guys are aware, I'm going for this huge zone right here. Like long-term take profit. So I'm seeing that as a huge 4-hour zone, a super important key level. We could probably go final TP. Let's go 28100. Is going to be my intraday position. Now again, that's probably not going to happen today. Okay, so if you guys want to take profit, like I said, you can do 30, 60, 70, however much. I will be taking my final position at 28100, or my full profit at 28100. I am seeing this as like a major pullback. So if we go just a simple Fibonacci, one single one, from its biggest drop to its lowest point, I would call it like a daily fib. So on the daily fib, it did hit that 61.8 perfect, which is a retrace. So we got downtrend, pullback, continuation. So for those of you guys that are aware or watch the 95% winning Forex formula, right? The 3 stages of the market. So for me, this would be stage 1. Oh wait, I lied. This would be stage 1 right here. This would be stage 2, and then this should be stage 3 here. So we have contraction, expansion, profit taking. So multiple confirmations, multiple different things that I'm using, that I'm looking at, and it's pretty, for me, it's pretty clean cut. The only thing that would stop this trade for me right now, it would be these higher highs and higher lows. So we've consistently had this here, right? We've had a low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So now if it is unable to break this low at 29,960, so let's say 1.30, if it's unable to break this zone, then I would expect it to go back up. Okay, everyone get that? Everyone good? US 30, break and retest the zone here. Also break and retest that bottom trend line. I did miss that, so let me look for the next potential entry. I would say I missed the train on that one, on that second sell. Yeah, so 27,174. I'll look for a potential buy off of that. So if we see rejection of that price, 27,174, I would say you're pretty safe to put a buy in, but again, wait for some confirmation like on the 1 hour or the 4 hour of that lower zone. So from there, you can most likely buy it back up to here, which would also give us that break and retest of that previous zone. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Tyler from Team Ivy League. Yo, you guys have 4 days left to take advantage of my Halloween specials. You guys, we have crazy deals on the monthly stuff, all the subscriptions. Also, too, if you guys want, you guys can schedule a free 15-minute consultation call using the link down below. So go check that out. Also, hope you guys enjoy this live trading session. And if you want to hop in on them, you guys, $5 a month to hop in Discord. Let's do it. Let's get it. Happy holidays. Be safe on Halloween if I don't see you before then. And yeah, enjoy the video. So from 27,174 all the way up to 27,600, let's say, to be safe. Be a potential trade right there. But again, at that level, look for some price rejection. If it's there, enter the trade. You put your stop loss right below it. You're not risking much. If you get in at 174, you're risking 700 pips to the bottom of that zone to make 174. Let's say to make 4,000, 5,000 pips. about 4,000, let's say. So even still, 700 to make 4,000, that's incredible. If you guys put a 0.01 on that, that's $70 to make 400. So 100% worth it. If your accounts can handle it. Again, if you're not trading on an account that's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, I probably wouldn't take it anyways. But yeah, definitely worthy of looking at for sure. If I were to sell this again, I would want to see a break of this zone down here, and then a retest of that 27,174, and then down to 26,550. Okay, next take profit zone. So 174 to 550 is another 5,000 pips. And again, you're only risking 250. You're risking 500. So either way, that's a good trade. Now, you guys too, make sure. Okay, look at. I don't necessarily always recommend running physical stop losses, right? But you need to have. Do I string trade US30? Yeah, I have in the past. I'm not right now. I wish I would have. I caught most of this move, but I didn't catch the whole thing. I held it from Friday though, Jay. From Friday to yesterday. Anyways, but yeah, I noticed a few of you guys don't use stop losses, and that's okay. As far as like if you're not over leveraging, but especially if you feel like you're over leveraging, and you know you're on a smaller account, even I would say like below 10K. Anything below 10K, you guys have to know an amount that you're okay with losing, and it also has to make sense. So even if your brain's like, oh, I don't give a fuck, like I'll lose 10 grand, you know, that can't be your mindset, because we need to build that account. 1, 2, if you don't run a physical stop loss, make sure you run a mental stop loss, meaning that once it hits a point, you will pull out of it, you know, or if it goes past that point, if it closes above that point, then you will pull out of it. You can't get in the habit of holding more drawdown than you would profit. There's no point to that. It's better to take small losses and then get a bigger win to make it back. Okay, so that's my outlook on US30. But I do see it. I do see it hitting this level 100% eventually. I think maybe right at elections or right before elections, maybe even right after, give or take a day or so, a couple days. 26,550, 26,600 area. I could definitely see that. Again, if you guys don't know how to trade it and you guys are in the Discord or whatever, especially university people, you guys hit me up and we'll go over it together too. I'll run you guys through some tips and tricks and whatnot. But yeah, next major zone down would be here. So that's 26,000, which is nuts. It's 13,000 pips from where it's at right now. But if it does break the bottom of this M right here, right? This zone, we could definitely see it. Has a lot of potential. Oh, it's got a lot of potential. So if we're able to break this low, easily down to here, that'd be our next zone. If you guys want, do you guys want this markup actually? Next up, I'm gonna go over GBP JPY. The last daily close, I believe, was super saucy. Yeah, it looks really good. So this looks like a mess on the daily because this is a 1 hour markup, right? But if we make it simple, it did break below this daily key level here. So it broke below that daily key level, closed below it. So if anything, I'm expecting it to come back up to about 136,380, 136,400, and then push down, at least down to this neckline right here at 135,404. Now 135,404, I see its next stopping point, okay? After that, if it's able to break that, I would like to see it hit, I could go back and look at my other markup, but I'm thinking for as far as daily goes, let's go there, and then let's go, yeah, I can see like 132.5 even, 132.5 saucy. Yeah, it's Andre, what'd you say, 133.8? Yeah, I got that too. That's good, I can see that. And that's also above that previous low, so I would say that's more than likely to happen. Especially because you guys is information on the daily, right? So longer term, more powerful trades. We got here, coming down, coming up, and coming back down. Here first, and hopefully there, back up to 135, and then coming down. You're nuts, you're nuts. Your brain's literally like turning into mine. It's crazy. I see it every day when you send shit. I'm like, dude, that's like what I fucking have. No, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so if you guys are looking for an entry for GJ, we were in it yesterday on the what the fuck's it called? In the student group. I think me, Andre, and a couple other people were in it. So we got in up here on this rejection zone, but if you'd like, yeah, this chart's a little bit messy, but it's just because it has like a full markup on it, and I was like testing some shit out like this. This was a super fucking random spike. I was in this here. I think this is where I sent the signal, actually. I think we caught in the Discord, I think it was like, what, 50, 60 pips, I believe? And then it shot back up, took us out, stop loss on entry, obviously, but did not get in back up here, which I wish I would have, because that's a definite valid entry point. But got back in. Zandre, where's your entry? I think it's 133,600 or 136,600 or 500, somewhere in there. Antonio, thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Anyways, yeah. So, if you guys want to get in GJ, you can wait for a retest of like 136,400, ride it all the way down to 135,600. If you want to be safe, you can run it to 750. So both of those trades are ideal. Both of those trades are good. And also two very minimal drawdown. Now, if you want to enter now, I would say you are safe to enter now because I do expect it to sell. I put it at 136,800. So for those of you that are entering now, it's a little more risky. You're 70 pip risk. But, you know, you're also making, this would be like 80 to TP1. Wait, I guess if you entered now, it would be 620. To be about 50 pips to TP1. So your risk reward's kind of ass on that, but it still is a solid trade if you were to hold it down to our next TP, which is 134. Let's go 750. That's 140 pips. So you're risking 70 to make 140. It's a larger trade. But this, again, I don't think this will happen today. This may happen Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe even if, let's say, it comes down and breaks through this next zone, it might even come back up, retest this one, and then come down. Again, I'm just looking at all possibilities. I've seen this shit happen. You know, obviously we've been trading for a while, but this is a definite possibility. Maybe even to right here, which is a minor zone. Right, definitely not major, but it's still there. That's the average price back here in this consolidation, and then it's also the bottom of these bottom of this dip here and the tops of these. So that is a minor zone right there in the middle. So maybe even to this middle and then come down again from there. And if you want that middle price, it is 135,875. So for NAS, what I'm looking forward to do, I did call a sell yesterday and I did lose it. Okay, we only lost 200 pips, which isn't bad. That's like $20 on a 0.01, and then obviously if you scale it up, it's like 200 on a 0.02. Anyways, long story short, that's nothing on NAS. That shit moves thousands of pips at a time, so I'm not worried about 200 pips on it. I'm looking for it to break below this 11,500 range. I would like to see it break below 11,500, then retest 11,500. If you'd like, you can get in a sell. I would say wait till at least 10 tonight, 10 PST. So if you guys are on Eastern Standard Time, that's 1, right? Central, that's 12 midnight. So 10 o'clock, I'll be looking for an entry. And then also, again, I'll be looking for another entry around 4 or 5 a.m. my time. So that's 8 o'clock Pacific Standard, 7 o'clock Central. But yeah, I am looking for NAS to sell. I expect it to at least come down and make this double bottom. So 11,400 again. It's 1,500 pips from where it's at right now. So again, you guys, if you do hop in that NAS sell, this is that key level down here that I have, right? This one right here. That nasty little zone. So if it does break that, it should also break this trend line that I have. This is an old one. And at least down to, let's say, first TP, you could run 11,450. If you guys can if your account can handle it, take it. If not, don't fucking take it. Don't be stupid. Right, you gotta work your way up to this. Anyways, if I were to run a stop loss, it'd be above these highs, which is also above this zone here. So stop loss, let's say 11,650, and then first take profit to make it a 2-to-1, we have to go down to 11,410. Okay, so if you guys can handle that, I would take it 100%. I'm in it. Okay, so I missed the US 30, but I'm assuming this will follow because it is the entire market, right? So if US 30 is tanking, I'm expecting NAS to follow because most of the time they move similar. They don't always move the same. They won't always move the same, but most of the time they move similar and they often play off of each other. Also too, right, shortly after elections, I believe, we do have this market void up here still. And that's at 28,308. So at some point in time, it's going to go back up here. It's just like oil. You guys remember when oil hit $3? I'm not sure if you guys are trading, but We were buying oil at $3, right? And it filled the gap at 37. So same thing on this, but the only difference is 27,338, 28. That's 10,000 pips right here. From here to where it's at up here. So if you did a 0.01 on that, it's $1,000. You can wait for this to continue to break. Yeah. Waiting for retest. Yeah. Unfortunately, I missed this. This was fucking beautiful though. Hey Brian, didn't you have? Was that Brian that had an EJ sell? I know somebody had an EJ sell. 123,700. Damn, Brian. Look at you. Look at you, Brian. Hey man, thanks for the heads up. No, I was kidding. But hey, good shit though. 122,600. Let's check it out. Yeah. 122.6 is 100% valid. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's beautiful, Brian. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I would say if we could probably snag a potential reentry. Let's go either on, if it pushes down, right? Let's say it comes back up right now. We can come up to this previous little support here. And I'm grabbing all these wicks, this dip here, and these wicks back here. I can go back and back test that. It doesn't seem to be too strong, so that is a good retest point. Yeah, okay. So, if you guys would like to snag a reentry on that, I would say 123,500 is fucking beautiful. 20 pip stop loss. So 123,500 and then 123,700 would be my stop loss for that. So risking 20 to make 30 to 40. So 40 be a 2-to-1, that'd be my ideal trade, right? And then down to Brian's next TP, which is also a 100% valid TP and zone, down to 122.6. So risking 20 to make 90. Great trade, beautiful trade. I would take that trade 10 times out of 10. Even if you lost it, that's a good loss, like, because once a solid setup, it's a major trend line break and retest, and it's very low risk. We're not sitting in the trade for 200 pips drawdown or some bullshit. I'm still short on gold currently. Okay, because I do see this nice downtrend here. It did look like it broke out of that weekly trend line. So ideal entry 1910 to 1915. I'd say 1915 is probably the best because you can run your stop loss at 1920. So you run a 50 pip stop loss on that. But from there all the way down to 1880, I'd say we could definitely see. I'd say first it's got to go down to here, which is 1895. So 1895 would be TP1 from 1915, so that's 200 pips, and then the second one would be 350 pips if we can get in at 1915. So look, if it stays below this trend line, I'm going to continue to be short on it, okay? This blue trend line right here, if it stays below it, I'm going to continue to be short on it. If it breaks above that trend line, I will be long on it up until this one here. Okay, so all these prices, you guys should be able to see them. If you can't see them, you'll have this. So just literally just copy and paste it onto your chart. You can make your chart look the exact same. You guys, these red lines, if you guys don't know, these red lines are what I'm using for my take profits and stop losses, and also trend lines as well. So above the zone, right, be my stop loss, take profit, take profit. Also too, you guys can use these points. You guys, the prices are over here. Okay, so you guys can see all the major prices that I marked out. That's what I'm looking for on gold. Now, if you want to do shorter trades, you can go down to the 1 hour and identify zones. So we have the zone here, right? Down to, let's say the next one down would be like 1907. So you can do an even more minor zone here. I'm sorry, 1901, not 1907. Okay, so you guys, those are shorter trades. Obviously from here to there is a little bit longer than also from here to there. Each of these levels can be used as reference points. So if it comes down, breaks this, and it retests this, you can sell there, stop loss right above it here, and ride it back down to there. Now again, if it comes up here, breaks above this, retest this top at 1912, 1915, most likely ride it up to this next minor zone at 1925 and then all the way up to 1930. If you want to be safe. I'm going to go ahead and send you guys this markup too. All right, I'm going to stop the recording and then I'm going to take all questions and whatnot from here on out, okay?